back to Kelly Barlow Creations, Crafting on a Budget. If you are new to my channel and stopping by for the first time, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Click that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it when the bell appears, YouTube will notify you when I'm uploading a new video. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links in the description box below, along with my P.O. box if you're interested in sending me mail and watching me open it up in a video. So what do I have going on for today? Mother's Day just passed about 5-6 days ago, and probably a lot of you received some gorgeous bouquets for Mother's Day. I know that I received some flowers from both Ray and Kayla, and I absolutely love flowers, but I absolutely dread when they die and they wilt and I have to throw them away. And so I have always been a person who enjoys my flowers for about 4 or 5 days, and I disassemble them and preserve them. So I always have that memory of when I received them. And so that's what I'm doing today with my Mother's Day bouquets that I received from both Ray and Kayla. I'm gonna show you how I'm preserving them by using the drying out method. So let's get into it and let me show you how I'm gonna dry out my Mother's Day bouquets.
And here are the absolutely beautiful flowers that Kayla gave to me this past Mother's Day just a few days ago. I don't know what flowers they are other than the red roses. They are absolutely gorgeous. And when I see flowers like this, I have such a hard time letting them die and throwing them away. So that's why I choose to preserve whatever flowers I can out of bouquets when I receive them. So today that's what I'll be doing, is showing you how I'm going to preserve my Mother's Day flowers. And these here are the flowers that Ray brought to me too. Boy, oh boy, can I tell you, I felt spoiled by receiving such gorgeous flowers. Ray came in from work that morning with these flowers in his hand, and I cried. They are so stinking beautiful. And again, how do you let something this beautiful die and throw them away? These are flowers that I want to look at for the rest of my life and remember that Ray gave them to me. The method that I'll be using today to preserve these Mother's Day flowers is the drying out method. This is definitely by far one of my favorite methods of preserving flowers. In the past, I have preserved my flowers by dipping them in wax. I do have a video on that. I will leave the link to that video in the description box below. But honestly, hands down, I love drying out my flowers because there are so many different things that you can do with them once you've dried them out. In this bouquet that Ray gave me, I'll just be preserving the roses because they are going to dry out the best. If I really wanted to preserve the rest of the flowers, I could put them in wax paper and press them and set them in between two books. You could dry them out and kind of crumble them up and make jewelry out of them by putting them in clay. I have a video on that as well that I will leave in the description box below. But for this, I'm going to just be preserving the roses out of both bouquets. The white flowers here in Kayla's bouquet, I've never really tried to dry them out, so I'm going to pull a couple of them out and I'm going to try drying them out to see how they turn out. And when doing your roses, you really want to try and get them before they fully bloom and before they start wilting. If a couple of them have wilted before they've bloomed, really it's okay because you're going to be hanging them upside down anyway, and so they will straighten out. These flowers, I've had them for about 5 or 6 days now. I've gotten to enjoy them, and now it's time just to dry them out so I can enjoy them even longer. To tie my flowers together, I'm going to be using twine. Really, you can use any string that you have on hand. This is what I have on hand, so it's what I'll be using. Now I'm going to take my roses and I'm just going to kind of place them in rows. And I'm going to start with a bottom row of 4 roses. And I'm going to pick out the bigger roses to set on the bottom. Then taking the rest of the flowers, I'm going to lay them on top of that bottom row, kind of offsetting them a bit. Then I'm just going to kind of bunch them together and tie them up real good with the twine. Once I've gotten them all tied together, I'm going to go ahead and snip off the ends, making all of the flowers the same length, because once they dry out, the stems do become a bit brittle and it's harder to cut. And this here is the bunch of flowers that Kayla gave me that I will be drying out, and they are going to dry out so beautifully. And for the bouquet that my son Ray gave me, I'm going to do the exact same thing, arranging them in a way that they all set nicely on top of each other. I'm going to dry these flowers out in my laundry room by hanging them upside down. I dry them out in my laundry room because that is the driest room in my house and the warmest one year round, because I do have a swamp cooler. And hanging them upside down really helps by keeping the stems straight so they dry straight and harden straight, and it helps with whatever flowers may have wilted. Because they are upside down, they will dry and harden straight. I was not kidding when I told you I love to preserve my flowers by drying them out. I have bouquets here from, I think, a wedding from my brother. I've got Valentine's Day flowers. I've got corsages and boutonnieres from proms. I love keeping them. I think that they are just so beautiful when they've been dried out. And because there is still plenty of flower life left from these leftover flowers from the bouquets, I'm going to snip off their ends, giving them nice fresh ends. I'm going to place them in some fresh water with some fresh plant food, and that will leave me to enjoy them for about another week or so.
And that really is all there is to drying out your flowers. Like I said, I dry mine out in the laundry room because it is the driest place in my house because I have a swamp cooler. If you have a swamp cooler, you are risking that your petals will brown because of the moisture in the air, depending on what time of year you are hanging your flowers. So because it is almost summertime, I'm making sure that I keep them in a nice dry place so that way they can dry out nicely, and it will take a couple of weeks for them to fully dry out. Once they've dried out, I personally like to spray them with a clear protectant finish, either from Krylon or Rust-Oleum. You could even spray them with glitter if you want to kind of dazzle them up a bit and brighten them up a bit. That is something that I've done with Kayla's boutonnieres and corsages. It's something that I've done with flower bouquets from weddings. I don't typically put glitter on flowers that I receive for Valentine's Day, my birthday, or Mother's Day. I usually just let them dry out and put that nice clear protective coat over them. And this really is my favorite method for preserving flowers, is by drying them out, because there are so many things that you can do with your flowers once you've dried them out. In the past, like I said, I have dipped my flowers in wax, and I have made a video on that. I will leave the link to that video in the description box below. I do get asked a lot how my flowers held up. I ended up keeping my flowers that I dipped in wax from my mom's memorial service in a box, in one of those photo boxes that you get from Michael's. Because of my swamp cooler, the flowers were browning, and so I wanted to stop them from browning and any damage that the swamp cooler was doing to them, so I placed them in a photo box, and from that point on, my flowers have held up perfectly. Please give this video a thumbs up, and let's get this video to 1,500 likes. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget, and bye for now, everybody.